Hey growers, if you are interested in establishing a food forest, we are doing that in our backyard, and I want to talk to you guys about that today. First of all, hi, my name's Lane Fornerat, aka Lane Vids, and if you're interested in growing your own food and creating a food forest in your backyard, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. So what we have here, first of all, is whenever you're establishing a food forest, is you have to have a solid foundation for your food forest, and the best way to do that is to make your soil as good as it can be, and the best way to do that is to have compost. You want to get some good compost. So what I have here, I'm gonna flip my... What I have here is a Yimby Tumbling Composter. I'm gonna link it up down in the description below if you guys want to check this thing out. But it's a dual chamber composter, and I put some scraps in it the other day, and I have not been putting browns in it, which is kind of a science experiment for me, because you're supposed to add like 3 times the amount of browns to organic matter that you put in there. And I've just been kind of letting it go. One, we just haven't had that much to put in there because the leaves aren't falling. But what I found interesting is that a lot of maggots have started to show up in here. And what's interesting about maggots is that they really help to decompose your food. And whenever you get that good decomposition going on, it's just breaking down the soil even more. Now, another thing, though, about maggots is that they're going to become a black soldier fly. And a black soldier fly is actually, it's not a bad fly to have around your house because it eats the... It eats regular houseflies, so we have not had a housefly problem all throughout this summer, which has been fantastic. On the other side of the chamber, I kind of threw some stuff in there the other day just to see if the maggots would migrate over. I haven't really seen much of that, but I also have some browns in there. I put some cardboard in there, if y'all remember from a previous video. So that's definitely something that's going on in there. Let's go ahead and give this thing a tumble and see. It's getting heavy. Come on now. There we go. Give it a good tumble. Let's give it another good tumble. Get those maggots moving around in there. Like I said, if you guys want to check out this this tumbler, I'm gonna link it up down in the description below. Y'all can go and check it out. Cheapest tumbling composter on Amazon, and I mean they all pretty much work the same. See, now you can see how it's all churned up, and you can see all the little guys moving into there. Pretty gross. And then this is the other side over here. Again, there's a few maggots in there, but not too much. But I'm curious to see what happens whenever fall comes around, because I'm gonna load that thing up. I really want to load that thing up with a ton of browns whenever the leaves start falling off of the trees up there. So that'll be interesting. Now, you know, if we are having an issue where the maggots won't go away, we also have a compost pile back over here. And that's where we usually put a lot of our bigger things that need to be composted down. Like we had those huge sunflowers, if y'all remember the videos from the summer. And they were just gargantuan, and they were taller than me, and I'm 6 foot. And so we put those in this compost pile here. And so one thing that we're going to do is, if the composter really doesn't get rid of the maggots, we're going to just dump all that into here, and we'll kind of see what happens. Now, in a previous video about composting that I did, we had the leachate, or whatever that stuff was called. Interesting. Look at this tree here. So this thing's just kind of been growing in the compost pile. I'm not too sure what's going on with it. It's like a white, almost like a moldy looking fuzz. That's very interesting. If y'all know anything about that, let me know in the comments below what the heck is going on there. That's really, really interesting. Again, we still have our I think this is a potato plant or something growing in there. We got all kind of stuff growing in there because we just throw all of our stuff in there. Look, that's a pineapple top right there. Super interesting. So that's a look at the compost.